The hardware for our bed is sourced from the big box store. Nothing fancy, but I do have carriage bolts, washers, and some threaded rod. We're going to make some modifications to this hardware to make it more appropriate for our application. First, we're going to paint the carriage bolt heads matte black. A quick file, a little sanding, and some paint is all it takes to transform the bolt heads into something that doesn't look awful. Next, we need to flatten out one end of our washers using the grinder. This will make for a better fit in the flat-bottomed nut access holes. And since so many of you got a kick out of this last time, I'll say it once again. Nut access holes. To give the washer a curved profile, I'm using a small press that I made from scrap wood. Finally, the threaded rod needs to be cut to size using a hacksaw. The center support rail is held by a modified French cleat. This is made from a few pieces of scrap with the centerpiece receiving a slight angled cut. The center rail itself will receive a series of notches to accept the cross supports. The notches are made at the table saw using a quick jig that resembles a box joint jig. And when it's all said and done, it should look something like this. It's pretty cool. The ends of the rail receive a notch, and the French cleat angle is chiseled by hand for a perfect fit. Beauty. The brackets are then glued and screwed to the footboard and headboard. Alright, let's see how this works. Should be a snug fit. The key is to get both sides in at the same time. There we go. I like it. For the maple support slats, I'm cutting notches that will mate perfectly with the center support notches. The maple pieces simply drop in place, resting on the center support and the side rails. And speaking of rest, I was ready for a nice nap by this point. For additional support, I'm making two block feet that will sit under the center rail, as you see here. With all of the woodworking done, the only thing left to do is scrape and sand. For the customer requested oil finish, the wood is sanded all the way to 320 grit. The finish will be pure tung oil diluted 50% with mineral spirits, and heated with a double boiler hot plate setup. I'm not a huge fan of pure oil finishes, but this is what the customer wants. The finish is applied with a brush and then wiped back clean with a cloth. For the rest of the day, I'll come back and check on the piece and wipe back any standing oil. Now it's time for assembly. The threaded rod is screwed into the footboard and the rails are dropped in and bolted down. The rails are then pushed forward into the headboard mortises and secured with the hardware. Now for the center rail, the support feet, and the slats. And here it is, beautiful, solid Bubinga with a wangy raised panel. I hope you enjoyed the free version of this build. If you'd like to see the full version, which clocks in at about 6.5 hours of high-quality video instruction, head to thewoodwhispererguild.com for all of the details. Thanks for watching, and thanks to all the guild members for their input on this project.